Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Na Master Kwame Edikan. Media review budget no kra and no need dey aboa ben. Master ni mputo kasem. Ye ka budget a na ye kire ni aban no nsusuye. Sika dodo a yebenya akọ aban futuro mu. Ana sania seska no ebedi nafa. Edie nkra ye kodi seska no. The seska ye de koyo de e de ko see hospital na say de ko tuaka na say de koyo ka kwan and so on. Simple and only budget no. Nianti abosumi miensa bia eso mo san ko parliament. Na mo kodi budget no abobo no enne se ayemra parliament ashamra se bosumi miensa bia no eso mo ba nti o mu di mra so eno ye number 1 etosumi no Putaka some review her friend assumptions. Budget no is largely based on assumptions. See a share fan go ye kotono, bo say ye betono. See a share ye sidi no, ento safinu kwa wiye no sa na ye sidi na hodin beye. See a share aban dwuma no, ento se yenko afine wiye no, sika dodo say ye di betua kutua ni ade assumptions. Embri no who say estimates. Well, estimates are assumptions. Estimates are assumptions. Now, who say MRP, so assumptions, no, bedi be busumi sie konson horo na chacha. In fact, because factors ni bebre wo ha, nye ye control factors no. So see an yesi wo Iran and America for ntemu say, ye ni hu control bia. Ebetwe change factors no obi ko tutu pe na sama say yenuanom Nigeria for say Nigeria Labour Congress declares strike pe na oil price no na baby and nam neade enti because the assumptions cannot last or do not normally last beyond 6 months no no ka ho any media review no so e ma ban ho kwan Emas wa ye hihye bi a manfo empene so unpopular decisions near there no yetumi esesa no na ye hu bi so was media review mu and so on. Na me can say we are Minua Kwame Sefakan Chairman General.
Minua Jack Toronto Kwesi Pratt.
Minua Sefakan. Masa. Na ahochire no ena na eba na.
Menim ne sa.
Eh. Ahochire de ba ya che meboa Ghana mamu ahochire ena na eba ya che Masa Kwame ye na wo Ghana mamu ha me kai 2000 yeah yenko he figures no Masa inflation ko ya could do 45% and meboa mun kan chere me
42 I think
45% inflation 2000. Money supply Kosra could do 50%, 2000. In fact, by 1985, the Kwasha Structural Adjustment Program no more. Workers 300,000 and now would be free of Bonsa and so on. Yahoo cash and carry pay and so on. Petrol year started here tomorrow from the 1970s, consistently they be here too and so on. Into your how need it? A dear a daho, all them children, a ho, them so how no ho. Near month for ya month for 1. And he said, ye nimsa buying by, one more banners, one more shepboards, and 12 by my own idea, almost or how no, a better so, yan tisuda, there be a surround echo. I don't know how I have month for. Aban bia party bia opposition os me ba petrol no mete so petrol boy din dodo wo mo ba no mo peja boom na kosoro obiara eno na ha manfo no na manfo ntiase yasi e ba ayi kanea boy e bete so on ba no mo peja boom na kosoro so eno na ha manfo na emi desende enkomo ye di no kokroko so Someone ya can in a yes and for Bibia ni ha ya can in the yes and for ya can pay. Na Master Kwame Obekai pa every omukofa independent power producers by
IPPC.
Mika say solve problem bia. Sambre no. Mika say solve problem ebeye worse. Because arrangement ani wo hold that no a na VRA in charge of generation na de no. It was working well for us. And then power situation. Nafa compare Sambre na VRA was the main body ala omu generation no. Na hwe nya yakudu. Na nyamincha de opening bi a friend no Craig Murray. Kwame wunim no.
Former Deputy British High Commissioner.
Former British High Commissioner.
Deputy.
And the chain koye British ambassador to Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan. Kwame Bedasi. What you can tell me about it's very, very interesting. Now, make a small portion. Now, what's it? A new maybe a course. Some models now. You started say implementing from 2001. I say why. Now, send you my baby. Now, Kwame Pacho, kitu ebi na America. I say the result of the implementation of that model. I say the result is disaster. There are more power cuts in Ghana than ever in its entire history as an independent state. Today, Ghana is actually at this moment producing just 900 megawatts of electricity. That was June time. No? Half what it could produce 10 years ago. Half what it could produce 10 years ago. This is not the fault of the NDC or the NPP. It is the fault of the IMF. Those private sector independent power producers actually provide less than 20% of electricity generation into the grid, yet scoop up 60% of the revenues. Kwame, what did you They contribute only 20% in terms of generation of power. Now, they scoop up 60% of the revenue. Who can tolerate this? Why did we allow this to happen? I wonder some know. Or see, the electricity bills of Ghana's people go to provide profits for to the fat cat foreign corporations and of course the Western banks who finance them. And the electricity bills now ordinary people no adebia cost ne ade no. Enya dia eboye ma yempun to dwuma na gina yi. Foreign companies, the foreign banks, they derive the maximum benefit from this situation. Now, Ozzy, not content with the devastation they have already caused, the IMF and the USA are now insisting on the privatization of the ECG, the state utility body which provides electricity to the consumer and bills them. The rationale is that privatized ECG will be more efficient and ruthless in collecting revenue from the poor, from hospitals, clinics, schools, and other state institutions. Doubtless, it will be. It will, of course, be more efficient in channeling still more profits to very rich businessmen and bankers. I suspect that is the real point, and so on. And he goes on. I mean, this point is well made. Master Kwame, me pachopi President Kufuor Breso so bekaya edem ha yakasa asemi akaka and yenya problems with the supply of electricity. Okay, Papa Penny be me finidin enti nyame beye kenisa me because it doesn't matter that is the father of Nana Asante Bediato. That's not the issue. You understand? But me finidin tin America so Nana Asante Bediato papa.
Ora Kofi Asante.
Me dase Kwame Owura Kofi Asante. No, a chairman of Energy Commission. Okay, so Sambre, someone catch it and say, electricity. This is in the 2000s, early 2000s. You know. Yeah, President Kufuor time. Now someone catch it. Owura Kofi Asante. Me sure say we are OT, so OT or no be confirm. So the problem with electricity is say, yet now my demand, demand for electricity, and this supply ni be share. And suddenly you dream, say a baby be a cajon. Into another formula, Bibasa, Fibiano, say a here, say a here. We have to increase the generation capacity. Combinations are okay. Enti the situation your generation requirement for generation any supply ni be share no it is not healthy for any economy.
But you don't increase generation in a vacuum, do you?
When
increase generation, now say na project can unyanya shise bia e be kire say you are building factories in the, no, I'm just adding to what you said.
No problem. Kwame, na say we dey me no nkonda.
Wo. Wo na me konda.
Aya wo have me but me dey chow dey bia no problem. Yeah. No problem. Enti emri bia no, supply has to be ahead of demand. That's a step.
Reasonably.
No problem. How do you determine reasonability?
I'll explain it.
No problem. Mr. Mayor explaining reasonability. You understand? And the fact that we are producing more than we need is not an argument. What is the issue? You say more now you producing no, and you be a wash say yes, I'm more now you producing. You be a money home fast. That's the issue. That's the issue. You are producing more, fine. You was say yeah more now you producing the bit with the money home fast one. That's the key question. Na e ba no ha mpanimfo muntie me yi kakra o. Ya ye nua panin Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency. Ono na shebo. So pese Ghana be electricity hub in West Africa. Anameboa. Na Ghana no, they produce electricity because we have the capacity to do it. Near town, other countries, the hub, and so on. Now we need to produce a lot more than we consume so that we can satisfy demand from other countries. And I me be kwa me meti so ni empanifo bi di nkomo. Ana empanifo no ka say oh yeah there no ni bo no e wo soro. Nti na say wo soro nti se bi aka say okoto ma Togo a Togo fo be ka say o ene enko market ni enko he cheaper. Enko he ni obema yen cheaper. Kwa me yanka no kure. For West Africa. Which other country has the capacity to produce electricity for sale in West Africa? Which other one?
Togo, Wakacho, so here power.
Of course, we've been selling power to Togo.
Yeah, but I mean,
we've been selling power to Togo.
Excess. No one in I discussing every.
Oh, my sir, Togo here power. And yet, the power now told my Togo the
somebody in Kitahon and our Twamano. Do you have a source of Bibiaka?
Kwame,
President, I can say a net exporter of electricity that out 2018.
I know. Me fair records me who baby.
Hey, yes.
Kwame,
yes.
Make me see me buaka se Togo. Ehia electricity na Togo pese Ghana bua on no munya electricity even Togo has proposed I met with President Yadima personally. I sat with President Yadima. Me na make a I met him. I sat with him
on Chomre and yes Oshana for no
Debbie yes on Chomre. Togo actually submitted a proposal say Kebeya downstream akosumbo who say akosumbo downstream ekosuga kope ho ni ade no kebeya ko munye project bi wo ho to supply water to the southern parts of the Volta region and to supply water to Togo as part of the arrangement for electric power. You understand what I'm saying? So Togo has put forward that proposal. I know that as a fact. You understand? Na mi pamucho.
Sorry, Kwame. Because boy perceive the issue. Omo dey sa proposal na ma Energy Commission and
this was during President Mahama Breso.
Eko hefa.
At least so that he can follow up on it.
Yes,
President Mahama Breso ni 8th Pan-African Congress wakra. Kwame Sokai. Ebra yebe 8 Pan-African Congress no me to kwan any amount penifo could din komo could invite you on to Ghana. Ekosre sika ye de be ye sa eduma no. One of the leaders at Mishia President Yadima. And in komodidie no mu no and watch me how Ghana and Togo can cooperate. I know what I'm talking about.
Let me see proposal no ko hefa and na maybe.
Na so me nyek bon ministry CB. Me can
what's the proposal by indicating baby acquire then we can follow up. And yes me bisa kwa.
Don't worry, if you want I will do the follow up for you. Any problem. If you want if you studio.
I say won kai baby acquire follow up.
But obviously government to government be kwa.
Not necessarily. Maybe I call the regulator, Energy Commission Hall, then we can follow up.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that Togo, at least from what their president said, needed electricity from Ghana and it needed pipe-borne water from Ghana and was working on getting those resources from Ghana.
Governments don't work like that.
Okay, no problem.
So how did the president say that we have become a net exporter of electricity? This is on the website of the presidency. Any Republic, this is from Communication Bureau. President Akufo-Addo addressing the Financial Times African Summit.
Can I go back to Kwesi Pratt? Net exporter of discussions.
Net exporter
of discussions. Question to us.
Net exporter. I didn't hear who here and say. So you see a net exporter of electricity. We cannot be talking about just producing our own for our own consumption. We should be talking about excess. And no never made me export to. No man penny sign kase or per se Ghana ye hub. For electricity supply in West Africa. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means that we're going to produce more than we need so that we can export. You understand? And the American says, sorry, West Africa, there is no country in West Africa which can substantially export electricity.
In fact, we are second in Sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes. No country in West Africa, Ghana. And to see your production generation, no, that's your young kwan, here, Bibia, one year a betusin. And I see, and when America say other countries in more market acquire market be no more. Already, no Ghana your advantage. Your advantage because the power grid in West Africa has been integrated to a very large extent. Yani la Côte d'Ivoire interconnection and Amibwa.
To carry what amount of power? It's not a straightforward.
By anyone interconnection, there's already an infrastructure. There's an infrastructure with Togo and so on. So that gives us tremendous advantages beyond price, beyond tariff. We have advantages beyond tariff, which we need to explore. And we are number one. Opening me patopio, and we cry number 2, me ba number 3. You ba number 3. Yeba number 3. Opening team yipa. And then my kind of bonkrata nibi. Was yo Ghana you're saving so much just by renegotiating the if I'm saying take or pay agreement.
Have we really done the renegotiation?
We haven't done the renegotiation to save his free.
The president says $7 billion.
Ameri was renegotiated. Don't
no,
forget.
But me say existing Enra, Minister of Finance, wow boss in Emia. Now some catch Parliament is we are going to renegotiate the pay or take agreements. Renegotiation.
Into a take and pay.
Into a take and pay.
From take or pay to take and pay.
Yes. And one can say a bear salary negotiation. The agreement in the Bambra Shebedrum. And you said this no way. Because it is possible to say a negotiations in companies like as a company.
That's a possibility.
Opa court and as a companies in the Ebeko court. And why have you started calculating savings when we haven't even taken the first stuttering steps? How this savings was calculated. How did it come about? Because we haven't even started the negotiations. And indeed, and that's a no more place. Master, why wouldn't Germany, America, send your more kind of positions on ABC? It's a matter of negotiation. There are international binding agreements, there's legality and so on. Winning. And you don't start giving us hope now I'm fat. You understand? That's my 4th point. na pachopi me nua broja Jemfiaka we dey me sisu kakra bi pe hwɛ more than 15% of Ghana edasum more than 15% edasum. And if we start talking about our peak consumption and so on, does that take account of the communities who do not have electricity? Meanwhile, Ghana said ne toothpick cry socks cry and so on. Said no crescent butaya bind your sin and this was obey factories near producing no my yano ya duma. Who said electricity consumption be shoot to a kosoro. Make hyper commander sugar factory kwame. That day, na buying and the sugar cane near the onion shows a BBI ready and San Wakosi factory. Apply it to this situation.
It's a
factory,
key factor.
And San Yakope electricity
in attracting foreign direct investment.
How is that possible? You understand? How is that possible? Peace
FM 104.3. Good to meet you.